Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pocket Change. Doing pick and pass now. So, we're going to do a bunch of items on pick and pass and tell you whether you should buy them or run away. Yeah, we don't run away enough. So, hopefully, you listen to us and run away more. I could get a new chair. This one is squeaky as hell.
Well, at
So,
least it's not this one. This is an Amazon special here, folks,
yeah,
and it shifts like not me shifting. As I shift my weight, the chair will sit down and then set down the other way. And I've tightened the bolts up as tight as they go. It's actually in the way it fits onto the shock.
motion
I
of the
bought an
ocean, baby.
Amazon. I bought an Amazon Basic 5 years ago,
Yeah,
and it is a whole lot nicer chair than this one. I paid the same price for both of them. This one here is like sitting on a board and rocks back and forth very easily. And the one that my wife has that I had out at my old office was an Amazon Basic. It's 3 inches wider, 2 inch taller back, much more plush. So, you know, everything's getting cheaper.
I had to buy
I'm not going to.
staplers for the building I'm running. I bought 6 pack of Amazon Basic staplers for like $20. Let's see how they hold
Oh,
up.
those are not. They're not going to work.
Well,
They're
I
going to
mean, they were
fall
complaining about
apart.
the Swingline ones, saying they were no good, and they break them in a month. So I'm like, what are you doing to them? I just think they're banging them around. So Swingline ones should last.
Yeah. Streamline should I don't know. Everything's made, at least for right now, everything's made in China. We could debate tariffs all we want. Streamline might be made here 3D printed before long because God knows you're not going to be able to afford like our glory. Never mind. I'm not going to talk too much politics.
You'll get into some
Um,
deep stuff. I mean, we're talking about
these
stuff you're buying for
these
a nickel and selling for $20. That's what we're talking about,
these
right? So I think if you could
idiots.
find Swingline staplers to resell, you'd probably be all right.
All right,
Anything
we
you run
got
across
idiot.
at a
We got
yard sale or the bins or anywhere else, and it says Amazon Basic on it, don't pick it up. That's good advice.
Yeah, don't pick it up. It's not going to sell well. It's not going to sell well at all. And here's the thing, probably, honestly, folks, with the rate we're headed, that's not going to be one of our items, but maybe we should pick one up. Get one of the old staplers if we come across it, one of the old streamlined, like solid metal ones from back in the
Yeah.
day. I'll bet those are going to be. I'd be willing to bet those are going to be worth money here in as long as they still work here in about 6 months. Because since we can't get crap out of China anymore, and nobody was willing to pay wages that it's going to take to put people back to work here in America, because nobody's willing to buy the products that it's going to cost. Yeah,
Yeah, all
it's gonna
right.
be awesome.
Don't get them riled up. We don't need that shit. Right? You were like, you're gonna
Idiots
have to
to the
tell me
left of
family show, and it seems like Good Morning Asleep
I
America.
want to say one thing. I want to say one thing, and I'll leave it at idiots to the left of me, idiots to the right of me. They're all idiots running this country. But anyway, so what glorious
I
item do
agree.
you
Have you ever
have
heard
for
that
us
if you're
to
ever
pick
out and 1 in 3 people is unattractive, look to the left and look to the right. If they're both hot, it's probably you. So
up? Yeah, yeah. What glorious item do you have for us here to on pick or pass for us to see if it's worth a doodle? Okay, let me get my
all right,
calculator
so I went to the
just
bin this Saturday. I went into work for a while, and then I went in
okay.
the afternoon to the bins. It was cool. I got a Supreme sweatshirt, which are worth a lot of money, but I think mine's fake, so I'm not going to put it on here until I do more research. I found a bunch of purses and a lot of ties that I don't know anything about ties, but they're small and they seem to be easy to ship. So I might try
Well,
ties.
I could tell you something about ties, considering I've had to be around them my entire life. Folks, this camera is killing me. I have got to adjust it. It's killing me. Keep going, Benz.
All right, so so I bought a bunch of different ties. It looks like somebody gave away their tie collection. I've got 2 Christmas ties we're gonna look at right now.
Okay.
So I got a bunch of random. So the best part is like they were selling them at Goodwill. They leave the stickers on them, $2.99, and this one was $4.99. But they end up at the bins, and you
I've got a
pay.
buddy that's got that exact blue tie.
All right, so at the
Okay.
bins, all right, it's dollar. $69 a pound. So these are two silk ties that probably weigh about 2 ounces a piece. So this is probably about 40 cents worth of inventory.
What's the brand name on the back of them?
They're both the same. I don't know. Starts with a W. It's not anything I ever heard of. Weberly.
No, I hadn't heard of them either, but it'd be interesting to see what you pulled up on eBay.
It's
You looked them
Wembley.
up yet?
I did. I
Wembley.
couldn't find
Okay,
the
yeah.
exact. Actually, I didn't look for the exact tie. I just looked up Christmas ties. Because I figured I'd lot them
You
two
should have
together
looked
and
up
sell 'em.
You should have looked up Wembley, because that is an actual recognized tie brand. So you should have looked that up. You want to change it to Wembley Christmas ties? It's probably going to bring up less items.
Well, yeah, hopefully, because it brought up like 20,000 items.
20,000 items. Oh my goodness. Do 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 do. Did you find them?
Yes, I did. I didn't put Christmas ties.
Oh,
But Wembley ties, there's 5,000 of them.
okay. You gonna share a screen, or are you just gonna leave us here in the suspenseful?
I'm going to
I got
just
my
ignore you.
calculator.
You don't exist. Okay, that's much better. I like it. I should have
Sound like
put
my
a name brand.
Sound like my wife. Sound like my wife here. I'm just gonna ignore you.
All right, so let's share that. Okay, let's do both. All right. So first thing I looked up, I just looked up. I didn't think about looking at the name brand because I don't do ties. But let's share.
You got to do the brand. The brand is everything in ties.
I agree, but
Brand
I
is
just looked up
everything
Christmas
in
ties.
ties.
So this is just Christmas ties, and I was thinking, oh, okay, like $4 a piece.
No, ties can be expensive, dude. They
No, I
really
know.
can.
So I didn't look up Wembley. So that just looking it up, it looks like they sell for about $8 for two ties. That's what I was thinking. But
Seven,
I
eight
got 40
bucks,
cents
yeah.
in it. So
Yeah.
search. Let's just do a quick search on that. Zero ties have sold.
Look, because here's the thing: it's out of
But there's
season.
Christmas ties. There's a
But it's
bunch
out of
sold.
season.
But look,
Yeah,
there's a
there is
bunch
a
sold.
bunch though. Yeah,
But
I
I
see
had,
that.
but not lots of two, lots of one or three or something like that have sold. So, okay. So we're going to stop sharing that because that's not what we're sharing. Because I'm going to share
Apparently, it is what we're sharing.
Wembley Christmas ties.
We got to get this
I'm going
boy
to look
nailed
for that
down. Oh,
Batman
there's only
Returns one for $35.
423. There's 423. Okay.
Yeah. And they look like
Wow,
10
look at
bucks.
that one there. $35.70.
Michael
Dollars.
Keaton Batman necktie, 1989. But
I don't know how
these
that's
look
a
like they
Christmas
sell
tie.
for
Anywhere from
more money.
$9 to $15 I've seen. Now let's see
Yeah.
what sold is. What's the sale? Because you got 423 that popped up. So what's the
All right.
solds?
Advance.
Because that's what we want to
Sold.
know. What all
Search.
our
Seven.
inquiring
Seven
minds
of
want to
sold.
know. The other thing is it's out of season.
I know, but seven of the two ties for 10.95.
That's still 2. That's still 2%, and we are in March. Does that make you see what I'm getting at? That is literally 2%, and we're in March. I would be willing to bet if we could go back to say and look these up, and we were looking them up in October, or actually if we was looking them up in January, because that'd be the best time. If we'd been looking these up in January, I'd be
Yeah.
willing to bet it maybe 5%, maybe
But
double the
then so
percentage.
I think easily I can sell the two of these. I'm gonna probably put them for 14.95 for the two, and then see what happens.
Yeah, I think so too. I think put them for $14, and if they don't sell right now, I would at least give them the whole time. Give them the
Oh yeah.
year to see, because my bet is they would come closer to selling in October, November
Yes.
than. Because here's the thing, Christmas ties really, they're not ever going to be a huge seller. But a lot of guys are wearing them now to Christmas parties, Christmas corporate parties and stuff, because for some reason, you got corporate America still thinks that you should dress up black tie for Christmas parties, corporate. It's crazy. They won't necessarily be black tie, but it's corporate attire or business attire. And so a lot of guys will throw on a Christmas tie because it's a Christmas party. Then they
Yeah.
will. So I really think that's when you're going to look for it to sell. But even right now, out of season, it's selling it right at 2% sell through rate. So I don't think you can go wrong with that. I don't think that was a
Yeah.
terrible
Oh,
buy for 40 cents.
yeah, not short term, but if I see Christmas ties, I'm gonna pick them up.
All right. So let's see.
All right. What do you got for
So
this wonderful program?
I'm going to do a little bit here. I did a little bit of scrounging around shopping myself, and I'm gonna break some things up because I bought. You guys know I'm into certain stuff like watches and tools and stuff like that. Not necessarily ties because I don't want my wife to hang me with them. But so I picked up some watches, and we'll go through them. But this one here caught my eye because I knew this was it was a death sale. It was not an estate auction, but it was we need to get rid of dad and grandpa's stuff as we're cleaning out the house, right? So I came across a bunch of watches and I picked them up, the whole lot. I got one in a box. I got 4 or 5 others, and it's $10 for all of them. They were just all in a little thing. They didn't
Nice.
really go through them. So that's what it was. And one thing that caught my eye, because you guys know I'm really into trying to see if what I can find by mistake. I found that one gold watch, paid $3 and something for it, right at $3 for it, and sold it for $500. I'd love to recreate that. Well, I want to show you this. Oh, you can't see it, can you?
No.
Can't really read that, can you? Okay, so on the face it says, let me see if you can see this symbol right here. You see that crown symbol right there on the band?
Is that a Rolex?
Let me share screen here.
You need to get that checked
So,
out because it could be a fake.
how do you share on this new program you got here
At
for
the
us?
bottom, it says audio, video, share, and leave, or it
Okay,
doesn't let
so I
you
gotta
share.
figure out which one it is. Here we go. Okay, so I'm sharing here. So this is the model number on the back of it.
All right.
See this? That's the model number on the
Mm-hmm.
back of it. You see this?
Yeah, I see that.
You want me to tell you why? This is a
You're
fake.
gonna scroll down.
I'll scroll down. Yeah, how do I do that? Oh, I'll
Does
scroll
it
down
look
here.
like it? Yeah.
None of these look like it. And all these are different numbers. Now there's some other numbers on the back of this, but I'm going to tell you something else too. I went and really started digging into it. I've not put a battery in it to see if it's a sweeping movement. That's one of the key characteristics, because I also found out that Rolex did make some that tick. Some of their cheaper ones actually do tick now and have for the
Okay.
last 20 years. But the reason I suspect this one is really a fake is a couple things. One, the big number on it does not come up. The known ID does not come up as anything.
Yeah.
It looks similar to some of these on here, like that one there. Looks real similar to that, but it's not full gold. But if you look at, let's see this picture right here.
Yeah.
See that right there where we're talking about the date? Okay, so
Yeah.
one of the key characteristics I found out of Rolex is Rolex uses extra large numbers
Mm-hmm.
so that one, the whole, see how that fills up pretty much that whole little hourglass right there? And if
Yeah.
I click on another one here, if I was to, it won't let me bring it up. Nope, won't let me bring it up. So let's close it out. But if I scroll down and you keep looking at these ones that have, you're going to see that the date fills it up. Whereas if you look at this one, if you could see it in the camera, It does not fill it up. You can just barely see the numbers, but you see how big the
Yeah.
bubble is? And then I got looking even closer. And again, this is where you got to pay attention, folks. Now, here's the thing. I'm still okay. I'm going to tell you. But here's where you got to pay attention to, because I cut down here and I started reading the bottom where it says, what does it say there? It's hard to read. Gosh, I can't even get it to. There we go. It says, let me get my magnifying glass because it's, again, superlative chronometer officially something. It is blurred.
Yeah.
So that's why it's partially hard for me to read. It's blurred on where it's stamped.
Yeah.
So, you know
So
what that tells me?
it's fake.
It's fake. There's no. And
What it
so
tells
here's the
me is
thing,
put a
folks.
battery in it and wear it. It's a good looking watch.
It is a good looking watch, and I could do that. But my biggest thing is you cannot sell fake stuff on eBay. Even if you list it as fake, it will get you kicked off.
Yep.
Even if you list it as fake, if you say this is a fake Rolex and I list it for 99 cents, I can get banned from eBay and get my account deleted. So this watch, even though, let me see, there's one, two, three, and I know I got two more, so there's five of them. Even though I paid
All
like
right.
$2
Stop
for it,
sharing.
it's going in the trash. Stop sharing. Okay, so it's going in the trash, folks. Now Ben says put a battery in it, see if it works, and wear it. Throw it away.
I don't know. If it works, it's good looking.
Donate it to Goodwill. That's somebody
You're going to
else's
get robbed
discovery.
because you're in a Rolex.
Yeah.
So
They've
and
got
then
a
I
lot
just
more
started
stuff.
thinking with this new thing, I think it's going to give each one of these its own video. So I think it's going to cause a problem.
I hope not. I hope not. You really like this program. You're the one who's all about this new program here.
I
Me,
know,
I
but
personally would like to go. I just wanted to go to Teams, folks. I thought it would be better. But anyway, we've wasted a lot of their time. We've only shown two items.
I agree. Well, I'm concerned that this isn't going to translate, but we'll see. Probably can fix it in editing.
You want to say goodbye, good night,
I might.
and we'll see if it works.
Yes. Let's see what it does.
All right, folks. So there was your two.